some help. And I'm just going to tell you what we're asking for is we need to find a mechanic that is willing to do some free work, just, donate their time to get her car smogged, right? So it can pass smog. And this is an old, beautiful car that she's got. So sorry, we should have taken a picture of it. I forgot to take a picture of it. But anyway, she's got this old car that she wants to get going. She wants to use her car so she can get around, because right now she's having to ask people for help. So we are going to we have got our beautiful elder, Barbara Johnson.
To get my car fixed because I can't get it to pass the smog. And I don't know nobody that will help me. And I don't have no help per se to get it taken care of, and I don't know where to take it or how to go about doing it. But right now, I can't afford to buy a new car right now. And I need to keep this one because I've been had it for over 30 or 35 years. So rather than to try to get a new car and hassle with a new car, I'd rather just fix this one up and keep it. So if there's anybody that out there can donate or help me to get my car fixed, so I'll be able to keep it to use it for my transportation, to go to and from where I need to go and stuff, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, if that's recycling at its best, I mean, we want to keep going what it is that we already have.
Everybody now, since the pandemic, everybody mostly is keeping their old cars now. They're not getting rid of them as fast as they used to because of the pandemic. A used car now at a car lot would cost over $22,000. So you can imagine what a new one is going to cost.
Absolutely.
And then they can't get all the parts and things for these newer cars and stuff. So I'd rather just get my old car fixed and keep it as long as I possibly can. Then once it breaks down again or whatever, I'm through with it.
Okay, beautiful. This is Barbara Johnson. She was right here in the Bayview Hunters Point.
Yeah.
This is Nube from the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper. So hear this call. If you know someone that can help Barbara Johnson get her car smogged so she can keep the car that she has, she owns, and outright, she is just needing someone to be out there to help get this situation going so she can use her car to move around.
Yes.
That she needs. And it's a car that she's had, that she wants, she's familiar with, it is paid for, she doesn't want to be messing around with any new car. It's also great for the environment. But she needs to have it smogged so that she can
I don't have the funds to really I don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay. But if to go through the whole car and see the diagnosis of what's wrong with it, why it won't pass the smoke, I don't know. So I would like to have that done and have somebody to tell me what's wrong with it, get that car fixed and be able to pass the smoke. And that's it. So that I can keep my car for transportation. Because I have to pay to go everywhere I go. I have to pay somebody, call somebody to come and take me, and I'm kind of frustrated with that.
That works. Yeah. So again, we're talking about coming together. This is crowdsourcing for some community help with one of our elders here in our community. All right. So if y'all know of anybody that can help out our sister Barbara Johnson here, that would be awesome. And you can get back to us at newbay@sfbayview.com, and you can also call us at 415-671-0789. All right, people. Love you. All power to the people. This is how we keep our community together.
And thank God to each and everyone that will help me. I really appreciate it. Like I say, I'm not begging. I'm just pleading with somebody. Please help me to get my car fixed in the proper way that it should be so I can be able to drive my car and have my car for transportation. Because I can't always get to where I need to go. And I don't want to have to be begging somebody to come and take me. Okay? Is that
all right?
Okay.
Beautiful. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much, Sister Barbara.
Thank you for helping. I won't forget you. I won't forget y'all for helping me. Okay?
All right. No problem at all.
I love you. I got to go around there tomorrow and try to move. Okay. All right. For some help to get my car fixed.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do, people. Yes, it's sounding like, yes, she's going to need some help. There's some work that needs to be done to get her car to the position where it can be passing smog. So this is what we're thinking that might be a good idea. If you want to donate any money in the name of Barbara Johnson, go to our website, sfbayview.com, and make that donation. Can we make notes? Can you make a note for like what you want the donation to go to?
So.
Okay. So if you can make a note in there, just put Barbara Johnson. maybe we should say Barbara Johnson or Smog, anything that will alert us to your donation wanting to go to helping this, because there is a mechanic here in the Bayview who he works for the community, and so he might be able to do something, give us a pretty big discount. I mean, it already is pretty inexpensive as it is, and he may be even willing to do some of that work. I guess in legal terms would be pro bono, but please, yes, if you can, and if you know of anybody that knows how to work on older cars, that would be great. And I realized too, we probably should get more information about her car. It's a 35-year-old Buick. Did she say it was a Buick? We'll work on that a little bit. I realize we will probably need to get you some more information. But if you want to make a donation, go ahead and make it in Barbara Johnson or Smog. That will alert us. We can do that. And also, again, if you know of anybody that works on old cars to help them get into to get them to pass Smog, that'd be awesome.
What about the guys up at Reckless?
Right, maybe. Okay. We might have to check out the guys at Reckless. No way, dudes. Hey, how's it going? All right. And Sister McKinney, I love you for coming on in. All right. We've only got about 10 minutes left, which is okay. One of the things that I write off, they do. And with that in mind, I also want to encourage all of you to sign up for the International Jurors Tribunal that is going to be taking place in October. Please go to spiritofmandela.org and sign up. Get as many people to sign up. It's $25. Again, it's one of those investments. We are going to be bringing the charge of genocide again 70 years later, because not enough, if anything, has changed for the better since 70 years ago when Paul Robeson and William Patterson brought the charges of genocide to the UN. And so we feel like we need to bring it again. spiritofmandela.org. Please sign up there and go to, and you can find out about if you are interested in getting on any committees, or you just want to hear about what's happening. Stay tuned. Please tell other people to get involved. This is going to be huge. And there is a focus on the prisoners. We're coming up on Juneteenth. We are coming up on how this new iteration of slavery is taking place within our prisons. Then we are coming into July, which is the 10th anniversary of the California hunger strikes, where we have had hundreds of people subjected to the torture of decades of solitary confinement. That anniversary of the hunger strikes to end the indefinite torture of solitary confinement. And so the charge of genocide, because that is a form of genocide, when you keep people caged and away from their ability to reproduce. We have people that have gone in as youth. They are still in as elders, and many of them are the ones that were subjected to decades of the torture of solitary confinement and had to go on a hunger strike, put their lives on the line. Some people died in order to end indefinite solitary confinement. So please go to spiritofmandela.org and sign up. They're asking for a $25 one-time donation to, things need resources to get this out and spread the word and tell other people to get involved. All right. With that in mind, I want to read a couple of things before the day ends from our prisoners. This is from William Curl. He is in Corcoran, California. I hope I can read all of this because we only have 7 minutes. Okay. And he send this through JPay. This is a way. Yes. Unfortunately, we are forced to pay the oppressor in order to stay in touch with our people. It's a conundrum. Nume, Good morning. A few days ago, a Mexican rad of mine called me over to the section gate. He was excited to share news of an idea he had conceived well over a year ago that was finally manifesting. Before I go on, I know race as it relates to evolutionary adaptations within the human race should be less of a deal in today's society, but it still plays a major role in the distribution of wealth. Did we talk about wealth and disparities? Get to City Hall at noon, please. Distribution of wealth, housing, justice, and especially education in this country. A lot of times, in spite of surviving staggering odds, money remains a constant influence in our lack of resources and criminality. Minority groups have always found a way to ignore our connection to what we now are realizing is a shared humanity. The constant violence, mistreatment between our groups was a result of that disconnection. That's why I choose to make a distinction when I say my Mexican comrade, Mexican rad or Asian rad. And yes, there are some Caucasian rads who have dedicated themselves to the struggle of overall development of self. So beautiful what the prisoners bring to us. The guy I mentioned earlier, Antonio Barba, who's a co-facilitator in Creative Alternatives, which is a in-building self-help program run by inmates, teamed up with James Statham, who is Black, and Philip Sands, who's Asian. Together, they created a college scholarship fund to aid at-risk youth who need help getting through college. COVID-19 restrictions canceled all self-help groups. Changing Within was a group at the prison that counseled at-risk youth while giving a tour of the facility that was no longer in service. A lot of transformation happened there. This motivated Barba to create an alternative route to continue contributing to the betterment of community. Imagine that the prisoners figured out an alternative, but the correctional officers, CDC small r, Sacramento, couldn't take the time to do such a thing. After hearing about Barba's idea, Statham and Sands got involved. After the pooling of those, quote, best efforts and some legwork, they were able to get Schwab Charitable on board to aid in the effort. As a result, Better Days Scholarship, BDS, was formed. It reminded me of Tupac's greatest lyrics and analogy that likened inner city kids to flowers fighting to survive harsh environments. The Life Without Parole population here at SADF has rallied alongside the BDS founders, who are all LWOPs as well, to make this happen. The mission statement is, we want to encourage and assist at-risk youth in their college endeavors. Participants will be required to submit essays addressing the topic. What are your educational, professional, life goals, and what is it going to take to achieve them? Unquote. We're all donating from our trust accounts to offer $1,000 scholarships to high school seniors that attend youth centers. If you were with me last part of the hour, remember what I talked about with building the Bayview? This letter comes to us. Comes to this unapologetically Black newspaper, the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper. It is here that this voice can be heard, empowered, uplifted, without being watered down. And they are also, this is what it means about pooling the resources to offer these scholarship funds. The prisoners are doing it. Can you do it out here to make sure that we stay sustainable? Pool whatever little bit you have to make a monthly donation, a sustainable contribution, sustainable investment to the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper. With enough funding, our goal is to also include the younger kids with a backpack giveaway to create that balanced equality as it relates to gender, age, color. Inclusivity is the aim. We'll be asking friends, relatives, other compassionate souls to donate also. We know how pervasive past stigmas attached to prisoners remain in society. Asking for money is the perfect trigger, raising red flags, so extra steps have been taken to calm everyone interested in donating to the fund. All checks will be written to Schwab Charitable and must include account number 2526-1284 to the memo line on the check. Send checks, and we'll get all this to you. Schwab Charitable, 1958 Summit Park Drive, Suite 200, Orlando, Florida, 32810. To donate through electronic funds wire, and I'll tell you all about that, okay? The BDS Foundation will decide who receives the BDS scholarship. Per the contract, the money can only be used for these specific purposes for outside organization BDS chooses. Right now, the first 2 youth centers will be Pico Youth and Family Center in Santa Monica. Oh my God, I love that because I have historical reference to that because I grew up in Southern California. And United Playas in San Francisco. They're going to be coming to our Juneteenth in Hood. Meet us there, and you can talk to one of the United Playas guys. I believe the unification of the LWAP population across color lines here at SADF is worth mentioning. The only time we're spoken of in collective terms is when we've had one of those violent disagreements. This represents evidence of our innate ability to rehabilitate ourselves through mental, emotional reawakening. Also to showcase a racial solidarity that's desperately needed in the community to properly engage the forces responsible for the anti-Asian, Black, brown violence, and any other form of injustice that continues to threaten the progress potential of those roses struggling to break through the concrete. If you have any questions, send emails to the betterdayscholarship@gmail.com. To stay updated on the BDS movement, visit Facebook under Antonio Barba Jr. On behalf of the LWAP general population at SADF and in solidarity with BDS and any other movement to unite our shared humanity through justice, equality, which ultimately creates the promise of a healed community, in solidarity, William Curl. And we will give you all of that information. He is out of SADF in Corcoran, California. That is how we are going to end that because William, you did it for us. Thank you. All power to the people. I hope to see you back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Love y'all. And don't forget to listen to Prison Focus Radio at 11 a.m. this morning. Okay? This morning, you will be hearing from, you'll love it. You'll just love it. 11 a.m. kpoo.com/listen. Or if you're in the San Francisco Bayview area, 89.5 people. Love y'all.
Nice.
Perfect
Great.
way to end this.
Yeah. Right.
Love these guys.
I know.
Love these people. Love them. They're just the best thing ever. Ever. Okay, I gotta call Rudy. That's so perfect. I can't wait to tell him about
I'm
the
curious about
scholarship
this Charles Schwab charitable
Yeah.
thing. We should talk to them somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna find out about that. We'll do a little research. Thus, we're not gonna put the information just yet.
Oops.
Oh, hello.
Whoops.